An apology without change is just manipulation. That's a quote from a humanoid condom.
I'm honestly just devastated.
I've made a severe
I hit rock bottom.
and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Hey,
Happy Valentine's Day month! This month is all about love, so I thought, let me talk about something that's very, 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 very loosely associated with it. An apology. Apologies are one of the most used remedies when it comes to solving relationship problems. I'm sorry! It's such a frequent mending tool, but how often is an apology just that? An apology. Words thrown at someone to quell the flames of an argument. After that initial I'm sorry, how many people actually take steps to work and fix those bad habits or mannerisms that caused their partner or friend to hurt initially? Not many. As humans, we naturally seek companionship. I'm no different. I be talking to walls and shit. But this desire for connection makes us vulnerable to manipulation. It takes a special kind of evil person to hurt someone knowingly but continue just for their own benefit. A lot of people that apologize but don't change like to say, oh, they do care and they do feel bad. But if someone cares and feels bad but they don't change, at some point you gotta question, what are they actually feeling bad about? Do they actually feel bad that they hurt you? Or do they feel bad that you're calling them out? Because you really gotta break it down. An apology is two things: acknowledgement of something wrong someone did to you, and then change. If they don't change, then they ain't sorry. I call them evil because of the first part. An acknowledgement of their wrong and your hurt. So if someone doesn't change, they know that what they're doing is hurting you, but they just don't care. And it's kind of hard to say this out loud because you're probably thinking of a few people in your head right now when I said that. But actions speak louder than words. People change for people they actually care about. If someone says they're sorry but doesn't change, that's just them trying to manipulate and keep you around. They don't want to put the actual effort required to actually keeping you and making you feel valid. They just want to give you a little drug, to be like, oh yeah, this person does care, But in reality, they don't. Actually, maybe they're not evil, but those choices, those conscious decisions to keep hurting you knowingly, that is. But it does make you selfish. Knowing that you're hurting someone but not wanting to change because that change doesn't directly benefit you or just because you don't see it as a problem is selfish. And I'm a selfish ass person, bro. I can tell you selfish. That's selfish. Just because you don't see something as a problem doesn't mean it's not one. You think people in India see this as a problem?
Vocês não vão acreditar no que esse cara fez.
No matter how dumb someone's feelings are, if someone feels a type of way intrinsically, and I hate to say this word, but it makes it valid. Like if I pulled out a Jam 5 and shot you 5 times in your kidneys, just because I felt it was a good decision to shoot you 5 times in your kidneys, don't mean it's okay. And just because it ain't hurt me, don't mean it's okay. Change isn't comfortable, but if you actually do care and value someone, change shouldn't be a question. In a world where putting how you feel first is so promoted, I feel like most people have become covert narcissists that can only see the world through their perspective. And if something doesn't happen how they want it to and when they want it to, they see it as such a big problem. Most people forget that there are people around them and their actions directly affect other people. And most people feel like, oh, if you don't agree with how I feel, you're just not for me. No. If I don't agree about how you feel, that's just because you're probably not treating me right. It really shouldn't be a question about like, hey, does this person care about me? Because why are you getting mad just because I'm expressing how I feel and how your actions are affecting me? Bro, you're a demon. The concept of love and how people misuse other people's love and care for them. And like, you ever notice like if you let someone know that, hey yo, I really care about you and I really value you, a lot of people like test how much you really care about them by just doing things and disrespecting you and continue to disrespect you just because you showed, hey, I cared. It feels like nowadays if you show that you actually do care about someone, that's just you giving them a free ticket to, hey, disrespect me real quick, I'm gonna take it like a good boy. That's how I feel like most people take, hey, I care about you. And when you call them out, they'll start looking at you like you're some demonic, hateful, controlling, manipulative dictator, bro. When all you really saying is, hey, I don't appreciate when you kidnap my little cousin while we arguing, you know, his mama really be getting mad at me. And all of a sudden, just cause you called them out, they start looking at you like you Ultron, bro. Like you Jeffrey Dahmer, like you the Pope. When it's really just, hey, when I met you, I had 10 nephews. Now I have 3. You just can't keep feeding them to alligators when we argue, bro. That ain't cool. But they think it's okay. Even though they see you bawling your eyes out at the funeral. Because they just killed 7 of your nephews and your auntie. It's crazy how some people can create a problem, then get mad when you call that problem out. At some point, it becomes a choice to continue being a conniving, manipulative dictator. At some point, you gotta ask yourself, do I actually care about other people enough to work on myself and fix myself and better myself for other people? Or have I grown so drenched with my negative traits that now I've associated those traits with who I am? So when someone attacks those bad habits and those bad traits, you feel like, oh, they're attacking me as a person, when it's no. They're attacking your traits, but you're so drenched and so within your own bubble, your own selfish world, that you can't see outside that this isn't, not that this ain't even you, because it is you, it's a choice, but it's just a trait. Anyone can change. Everyone has the ability and potential to change and be better. Just because your daddy wasn't there emotionally for you when you were like 5 years old doesn't mean you can feed my family to alligators. And that's what the problem really is at its core. Most people being too scared to actually look internally and do the internal work and work on themselves and see their wrongs, because I feel like most people are too scared that, oh, if they do actually sit down and think about how they're making other people feel, they might notice that, hey, I'm low-key a demon, you know? They might notice that they're a bad person and how they're treating other people isn't okay. And they don't want to see themselves in a negative life. They want to make themselves the victim. There's something I've noticed, like with people with like these false apologies that just try to like manipulate and keep you around. After a certain point of them seeing that, hey, and them starting to realize like, hey, what I'm doing low-key is kind of messed up, they'll try to play a hero role. They'll try to play a hero role where like they almost try to become your savior. After hurting you so much, they feel like, oh, I'm hurting you so much, I must leave you now so I don't keep hurting you. When it's no, they try to make it seem like, oh, they're such a great heroic person for leaving you and giving you that space. When it's no, you just don't want to work on yourself. That's why you're choosing to leave. You're too scared to see yourself as a bad person, so you choose to run away. Most people don't want to do that internal work and see themselves as a bad person. And that's what I feel like most people avoid when it comes to false apologies, not seeing themselves in a negative light. Because I feel like most people even lie to themselves and tell themselves, oh, I'm going to do this, and then don't do it, and then come up with another reason, just lie to themselves. The reason most people lie is because they're too scared of the actual truth. And I feel like most people know internally, like, what I'm doing is wrong. At some level, I feel like everyone knows that what they're doing is wrong, and what they're doing is manipulative and just weird. But they're just too scared to accept that truth, so they rather blame everyone else and pull away because they're too scared to actually give a genuine apology and actually work on themselves and see themselves as a bad person, take steps to work towards being better. Let me know in the comments what y'all think, about apologies and like what I gotta say. Send this to someone you feel like could really work on their apologies and needs to really do some internal thinking when it comes to their way of apologizing, fixing situations and things of that nature. And yeah, see you next week. Oh, or subscribe. I'm trying to reach like 1,000 subscribers or something, but I don't know. But yeah, see you next week. Bye.